So a review of the day. Extremely exhausted right now. Super tired. I very very hard day. As it should be. Nothing. It was. I mean, it was good. It was good. I wouldn't say it was. It was terrible. It was hard though. Exhausting. I'm glad to do it with people that I call my friends. I remained cool today. I remained calm. Yeah. Nothing really went on today, really. I mean, it was busy. It was nothing really important to note. I remained fairly calm. But I will say at the end of my shift, I made up with a friend. We apologized for each other's actions. Well, technically not an apology. She had told me that she doesn't accept apologies, and I asked her why. And she says, why would someone want to be sorry for what they did? If they didn't want to do it, then why'd they do it? I told her it's because it's a mistake. We're humans. If you want to go up for debate with it and talk about it, we can. But I told her that, we're humans, we make mistakes. That's why apologies are important. It gives clarity, it gives closure. I think closure is very important. But yeah, just it's also to give a lot of grace, One of my favorite Bible verses. I say it all the time. I'm not religious, but I do read the Bible. Matthew 5:43, it says, "You have heard it said, love your neighbor, hate your enemy. But I say unto you now, love your enemies, pray for those who persecute you, pray for those who curse you." I think I fucked that up a little bit, but it's, yeah, then it talks about taxpayers. Anyways, another good quote by Tupac Shakur. He says, "I want to see you eat, just not at my table." I think that one speaks to me really well, because a lot of people have done me dirty in my life, the people that I care about, I just want to see you eat, just not at my table, just like school, your cafeteria, you fuck with this dude, but he did you dirty. I want to see you eat, just not at my table, just as simple as that. And hiccup. Oh, Jesus Christ, hiccups. After that had happened with her, I started to think about how far I've come. I reject love a lot. I reject it, and in almost messed up ways, kind of. In the past, I would accept it and then almost reject it in the most horrible way. But I didn't realize, and that was a mistake. I wanted love, but when I had it, it was like I was playing with open wounds, And I just didn't want it. I didn't want it anymore. There's a few sentences in books that have genuinely made me very emotional, very played with my heartstrings, and I can't find the other book that I wanted to talk about. But another book that I will talk about is Seneca, Dialogues and Letters. Seneca is one of my favorite, favorite people of all time. I was gonna say author, but I don't think he wrote his books. I don't think he wrote books. I might be really wrong on that, but I'm gonna say author because he did write. So, my favorite author, one of my favorite authors, and the other one is Gabor Mate, which I can't find the other book. I think I lost in Mexico. But favorite philosopher because he cared about his friends. He cared about a lot of people, and he was just a very caring person, very smart. A little fun fact about him: he was a he was a teacher, I believe, in philosophy. I believe so. Correct me if I'm wrong. And he had a student, Nero. Uh, Nero ended up becoming an emperor, and he feared Seneca's like intellect and power that he literally chased him down, you know. And Seneca basically said, I will not run from you. I'll kill myself right in front of you if that's really what you want me to do, you know? And I feel like for him that was just very exhausting, constantly being chased down and not being able to live the way he wants to live. I might be wrong about a lot of that, but I know for a fact that he was feared, and that's just really badass. And he didn't want to be feared like that because he was just so smart. But yeah, he was a very loving guy. He wrote letters to his friends, his mom. It's crazy because one of my favorite books by him, Letters to a Stoic. Well, not by him, but you know what I mean. It is a collection of epistles. I think I said that right. And he just basically he gives his friend advice. He tells him that he cares about him. He's going through something hard, And just to have a friend like that, like I aspire to be a friend like that. Maybe I may be not as wise as him, but I feel like it's the thought that really matters. So yeah. Let me try to find this for you. My favorite quotes by him. The introduction's hella long. I just realized that. I never read the. Oh wait, never mind. It's only a few pages, but oh man, oof! I feel like reading this whole fucking book, man. It's just so good. Dearest mother, I have often had the urge to counsel you, and often restrained it. Many things encouraged me to venture to do so. First, I thought I would be laying aside all my troubles when I had at least wiped away your tears. Oh man, if I could not stop them coming, then I did not doubt that I would then I would not doubt that I would have more power to raise you up if I had risen myself up first. Moreover, I was afraid that the fortune was conquered by me, she might conquer someone else close to me. Man. So he said next, so starching my own cut with my hand, I was doing my best to crawl toward to bind up your wounds. Oh my God. That's a loving son right there. I realized that your grief should not be intruded upon while it was fresh and agonizing. So, I was waiting until your grief of itself should lose its force and being softened to time to endure remedies. Which also reminds me of, I don't know why that reminds me of, what's that one poet's name? Dude, I still can't think about it. I don't want to get up to go get the book, but, I almost said the Pally Cannon, bro. What am I talking about? Dude, I can't think of it right now. Fuck. Oh, yeah. And he continues to say that I consulted all the works written by the most famous authors to control and moderate grief. I couldn't find any example of someone who had comforted his own dear ones when he himself was the subject of their grief. Damn. But every great and overpowering grief must take away the capacity to choose words, since it often stifles the voice itself. But yeah, love Seneca. Another famous, I think he said this quote. A lot of I think people get it mixed up, but I think he said this himself. Anger is an emotional punishment that you give yourself. I like that one. Yeah. I've read what is a book called? Seneca on Anger, I think. I'm not sure, but yeah, he's one of my favorites. But yeah, just me. Yeah, sometimes fear the idea of love. You know. Yeah, it just feels like I'm often, well, not now, but oftentimes I'm playing with open wounds, you know. And yeah, I hate that. I hate that a lot. I hate it. Um, if yeah, I wish I realized a lot of things sooner and got the help that I needed a lot sooner. You know, maybe I'd still have my old, you know, a lot of friends, my old friends, and you know, it's and you know it's all right. It's all right. I made mistakes. And I'm here to learn from them. And this is why I make these videos. I want to be better. I want to be way better. But yeah, that's it. That's all I gotta say.